Welcome to GH Soap Opera Today, your place for the latest drama, updates, and spoilers from General Hospital. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the action. Spoilers for General Hospital. Carly worries about Jocelyn's disappearance and accuses Brennan of seeking revenge. According to General Hospital spoilers, following their confrontation over her infidelity, Carly Spencer might worry that Jack Brennan has taken revenge. Let's discuss a frightening scenario that Carly is facing and what she may suspect. Josslyn Jacks will be in danger as the week of May begins, and she might not be able to escape it. This threat will come from Cassius Faison, also known as Nathan West, who may kidnap Jocelyn and transport her back to Windemere for a period of captivity. If that's the case, Carly will be concerned when Jocelyn abruptly vanishes. Naturally, Carly must first complete her confrontation with Brennan. Brennan will be furious when he learns that Valentine Cassadine has been living beneath Carly's roof and having sex with her. But it doesn't appear like Brennan will ultimately take Carly into custody. How would Brennan tell the WSB that his girlfriend's cheating lover is the fugitive he has been pursuing? If Brennan reported this, he would appear to be a terribly inept WSB agent. This is particularly true if, during this impending showdown, Valentine lets Brennan down once more. However, Carly might worry that Jocelyn's disappearance is retaliation because Brennan would warn her about the repercussions. If Jocelyn disappears at the very moment when Brennan is seeking retribution, Carly might become suspicious. In any event, on May 7th, Carly will receive some upsetting news. According to GH spoilers, Carly will discover something that worries her. Thus, Trina Robinson may acknowledge that Jocelyn was absent from the Savoy and wasn't home when she returned. If Jocelyn isn't returning calls or texts, Trina might admit that she's concerned. Carly may be concerned that now that Brennan is aware of her betrayal, Jocelyn will no longer be protected because Carly was dragging him along in part for that reason. Carly might just go up to Brennan and accuse him of being the cause of Jocelyn's disappearance. Maybe Carly will snap at Brennan and then beg for his assistance. If Jocelyn disappears, Brennan won't be held directly accountable, but he will still be somewhat to blame for bringing her into his perilous environment. Keep an eye out for any awkward situations with Carly because General Hospital spoilers indicate that Brennan might need to collaborate with his soon-to-be ex-girlfriend in order to locate Jocelyn. Spoilers for General Hospital. Is panic caused by runaway Rocco? According to General Hospital spoilers, Rocco Falconeri may become overwhelmed by the burden of everything he is dealing with. Rocco continues to make mistakes that could land him in deeper problems, but he also struggles with remorse and fears being discovered. Rocco has been pulled to Ross Cullum's hospital room despite the fact that it is a terrible idea for him to be there. Because of this, Britt Westbourne lost control and attempted to convince Rocco that his life was in jeopardy. Rocco is aware that he is causing Britt worry, and he may soon discover that he is also the cause of the disagreement between Lulu Spencer and Nathan West, also known as Cassius Faison. Rocco may easily overhear another altercation in which Nathan reiterates his conviction that Rocco must leave the town. Lulu finds it annoying that Nathan treats Rocco like a burden, but Rocco could believe that's what he's turned into. How much can one adolescent bear? Rocco feels terrible for Danny Morgan as well. Could Rocco conclude that Nathan is correct that he must leave and remove Lulu from the decision-making process? This might turn into a runaway Rocco scenario in which he vanishes and leaves Lulu terrified. Once again, Rocco might exacerbate the situation by disappearing and putting Lulu and Nathan in a precarious situation. If Lulu has to declare Rocco missing, it could attract excessive attention and unwelcome inquiries regarding his motivation for running. Dante Falconeri might demand some genuine explanations, since he would undoubtedly suspect Lulu of withholding information from him. Naturally, Cullum may learn of Rocco's escape as well and may eventually have his own inquiries. Rocco can cause more issues than he anticipated if he decides on the spur of the moment to flee. Fans of GH are aware that Rocco hasn't been making wise decisions in the wake of the tragedy. Keep an eye out for any more awful news because that tendency might continue. According to General Hospital teasers, Rocco might create even more messes that Lulu and Nathan will have to clean up. Spoilers for General Hospital. Brennan entices Nina to exact revenge on Carly. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jack Brennan will exact revenge on Carly Spencer. Will he ultimately seduce her adversary, Nina Reeves, in order to exact revenge? Brennan's relationship with Carly is about to blow up over the week of May 4th to 8th, which will allow the WSB head to pursue other romantic prospects. The ABC soap opera has been hinting at a romance between Nina and Brennan for some time. When Josslyn Jacks told Brennan openly that Carly was unfaithful to him in the Thursday, April 30th episode, she sowed a seed in his mind. Immediately, Brennan was transported back to multiple instances in the past where he nearly caught Carly with Valentine Cassadine. Brennan went to Carly's house and discovered her in bed on the Friday, May 1st program after speaking with Sonny Corinthos, the most plausible suspect with whom Carly would be having an affair. Corinthos denied knowing anything about Carly's personal life. Fortunately, Valentine wasn't present, but every piece of evidence indicated that Carly had just committed the crime and was apprehended. Will Brennan demand to know who Carly is having an affair with? Will she be able to provide a convincing enough tale to shield Valentine from Brennan? In any case, Brennan will experience the pain of betrayal, and the most tragic aspect of it all is that when he eventually learns that Valentine was the man Carly slept with, it will undoubtedly exacerbate his already damaged ego. Brennan will seek retribution against Carly since cheating on anyone still hurts, and because he has been close to Nina and formed a bond with her, will he try to woo the Crimson editor? Brennan is aware of how much Carly detests Nina and her daughter Willow Kane, and he is aware that simply making friends with them will irritate Carly. Will Nina even be seduced by Brennan? She's collaborating with Valentine to prepare Brennan for a fall, after all. However, it's also evident to fans that Nina and the WSB spy are attracted to each other. Fans are reminded by General Hospital spoilers that there will be many stunning occurrences during May sweeps, and Nina getting into bed with Brennan is undoubtedly at the top of the list. General Hospital spoilers. Windemere hides another victim after Cassius abducts Jocelyn. According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, Cassius Faison, also known as Nathan West, is about to take decisive action against Josslyn Jacks. Cassius is determined to put an end to Jocelyn's relentless questions because he knows she is a WSB agent. Jocelyn is getting dangerously close to the truth, but Jack Brennan has already put Jocelyn on sleeper status, so Cassius probably knows that threats won't be enough to accomplish his objective. Despite Brennan's advice to stop her research, she continues to question anyone who is open to talking about Caesar Faison and his book. Cassius's situation is further complicated by Jocelyn's concerns regarding Nathan and his ostensibly miraculous return to Port Charles. Cassius cannot afford to allow Jocelyn reveal that Nathan is a fraud since she seems perilously close to doing so. For Cassius, this is a very personal problem because if Jocelyn pushes her questions too far, he could lose the life he has created as the fictitious Nathan. According to GH spoilers for the May 4th episode, Cassius is most likely to go too far and ruin his own cover in the process. Jocelyn might be in danger, which begs the question of whether Cassius could abduct her. Given that he might disobey Britt Westbourne's intentions and disclose Jocelyn's affiliation with the WSB, we wouldn't discount it out. What happens if Cassius brings Jocelyn to Windemere, where she might be imprisoned by Jen Sidwell? Sidwell may even suggest that Ross Cullum be kept in the dark, at least temporarily. Sidwell might view Jocelyn as a useful negotiating tool and decide to keep Cullum in the dark since he knows he would be more likely to get rid of her. But it's also feasible that Cullum will learn of Jocelyn's connections to the WSB and feel the same way as Sidwell. Cullum and Sidwell may choose to spare Jocelyn's life for the time being since she could be a valuable leverage if necessary. Pascal's reappearance in the May 4th episode, supervising Windemere's most recent prisoner and taking care of Jocelyn in the same manner that he treated Anna Devane, may not be a coincidence. In any event, on May 6th, Britt will be stunned by Cassius's behavior. In the May 7th episode, Carly will also receive upsetting news, possibly understanding that Jocelyn has vanished. GH spoilers. Sunny's island trip coming? Danny and Rocco are both in peril? Danny Morgan and Rocco Falconeri may be in danger, according to General Hospital spoilers and updates. Will they be visiting sunny Corinthos Island soon? Danny wants to join the mob and kill WSB agents in order to exact revenge on his father, while Rocco is unable to avoid Ross Cullum, who has the potential to kill him. Michael Corinthos and Christina Corinthos Davis discussed their childhood in a recent General Hospital episode. Michael Corinthos and Christina Corinthos Davis discussed their early years and the risks they occasionally faced. There were moments when Sonny shielded all of his children, despite the fact that Michael was raised by Sonny and his mother Carly Spencer and Christina by Alexis Davis. During dangerous times, Sonny's Puerto Rican island was visited by Michael, Christina, Morgan Corinthos, and even his stepdaughter Josslyn Jacks. Is there a chance that Danny or another generation of Sonny's extended family may visit Sonny's island? Will Sonny promise to accompany Jason Morgan's son Danny and his grandson Rocco to Puerto Rico in order to keep them safe? Lulu Spencer may object to Sonny's desire to defend Rocco in that manner, but she may be overruled. Lulu's lover, Nathan West, also known as Cassius Faison, has already proposed taking Rocco out of town, and even Dante Falconeri could feel that's a good idea for the time being. By disclosing that Cullum is the one who put Sonny's penthouse on fire and almost killed Michael, Sonny or Dante could persuade her to reconsider her mind. In order for Dante to inform Lulu, Sonny would need to give him the information that Brick had gathered concerning Cullum starting the penthouse fire. Sonny and Alexis tried to talk Danny down by telling him that he needed to be a protective big brother to Scout Kane, but it might not be working. Additionally, since Alexis was cool with Christina being taken to the island when she was younger, she will be cool with Danny being taken as well. It's true that the school year is still ongoing, but hopefully things won't worsen to the point where they need to leave town immediately. They still have some time. Cullum is going to cause trouble because he even has spies on Jason's son with Elizabeth Baldwin, Jake Weber, and Ethan Lovett's family in France. A visit to Sonny's Island sounds like it might happen soon. Ava and Sidwell discover that Valentine is Carly's lover. Jack Brennan is going to bust Valentine Cassidy next. Let's talk about all the turmoil since Josslyn Jacks will also be overwhelmed by Nathan West, also known as Cassius Faison. Curtis Ashford will give Michael James Scott a powerful introduction at the Savoy before he takes the stage to sing Friend Like Me from Aladdin. Michael will meet some of Giovanni Gio Palmieri's favorite people while he is in town, and the crowd will go crazy for him. Before she eventually sneaks off with Kai Taylor for some steamy moments, Trina Robinson will praise Michael. Regarding Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, something that occurs in Monday's show will affect her. When Gio reveals Brooke Lynn to Michael as his mother, maybe she will experience a warmth of pride. Pascal will make it apparent that Lucas Jones is not welcome at Windemere. Pascal will continue to think about Marco Rios' death when he confronts Lucas to hold him accountable once more. Before Ava Jerome and Jen Sidwell arrive, Pascal will make some threats against Lucas. Sidwell and Ava will soon notice the tension, but Pascal might flee before Lucas minimizes the circumstances. However, since Cassius attempted to blame Lucas for Marco's death, Sidwell might still harbor some misgivings about him. When Nathan won't allow Jocelyn leave her flat, she will be frightened. Will Cassius go so far as to abduct Jocelyn since she is in danger? Brennan will become enraged at Carly Spencer's house since she betrayed him by seeing another man. Because Brennan recruited Jocelyn for a potentially fatal WSB task and lied to her face about it the entire time, Carly will become enraged. Brennan will be shocked and enraged on numerous levels when Carly confesses that Valentine is her lover. Fans of GH should anticipate some heated scenes as Valentine will finally become embroiled in this confrontation. Brennan will demand that Carly pay for her actions, and he intends to hold Valentine accountable as well, but Valentine might have some more tricks up his sleeve. In spite of Brennan's ambush, Valentine could be able to escape since he will get in touch with Nina Reeves later in the week of May 4th to 8th. Stay tuned for further surprises in this plot, according to General Hospital spoilers. WSB agents with loose lips sync? In other words, Britt revealed Jocelyn's secret to protect Cassius's secret rather than to harm Jason's goddaughter in any way. The actress says Britt doesn't think he'll do anything to her because it would be too risky. She believes he would be intelligent enough to refrain from acting irrationally. He seems to be adhering to this entire "I'm Nathan, and no one is ever going to find out that I'm not" thing because he wants Lulu and a family. It's more like, hey, you think you're doing well with pretending to be this person, but I'm just warning you, people are onto you, rather than worrying about what he will do. But Thebo concedes she doesn't necessarily know this guy well enough to know what he might do with the information she's given him. You need to be better at playing this lie. She says he is a little bit of a loose cannon. Additionally, she is still getting to know him, so a great deal of trust needs to be established. Exclusive General Hospital preview. What's next for Gio and Emma? There is a link between them, but he is also erratic, self-centered, and self-centered. And what you didn't see on screen. You only need to look at the couple's most recent vacation to New York City to see how much General Hospital loves the cute Gio/Emma combo. After all, there aren't many soap operas on the road these days. Making the duo the focal point of the Aladdin-themed crossover requires a significant financial and time investment. When we recently spoke with actors Giovanni Mazza and Braden Bruner about their recent experience, they both had beaming smiles. "I don't take it lightly at all," she said, describing how thrilled they were to receive the phone call from, and it's been an incredible experience. One thing, though, that spectators were unable to witness was Gio and Emma dressed as Aladdin and Jasmine. "It's amusing that you say that," she responded to our question about the subject. "At first, they sized me for a Jasmine costume, but I believe Disney has a lot of limitations regarding what we can and cannot do. It's not that the concept is entirely out of the question." He said, "There's always another opportunity to do so." According to Bruner, the Port Charles couple will continue to level up in our relationship going forward. While Bruner is relishing the path from friend to lover, Mazza is fully aware of the genre and its cliches. "We're growing together, we're growing separately." He teases, "You know what's going to happen. We're having a great time right now, but something really mysterious, dark, and magical is going to happen that will blow apart our life." "Are you aware of something that I am not?" his co-star chuckled. He ends by saying, "I'm just saying that's what happens in soap relationships." We're prepared and will return stronger than ever. Michael James Scott is back on General Hospital. Michael James Scott, a Broadway star, returns to General Hospital. Another week, another General Hospital guest appearance by a Broadway star. Here are the most recent casting updates for the show. Discover who will make a brief appearance on the daytime drama on ABC. Important takeaways. On May 4th, Michael James Scott will make a comeback as himself at the Savoy. The plot of Gio and Emma comes full circle with the Broadway star's presence. Before Ava and Jen step in, Pascal reappears to Windemere and threatens Lucas. Michael James Scott returns to GH himself in the week of May 4th, 2026, this time in the Port Charles setting. On Monday, May 4th, the actor, who plays Genie in the Broadway smash Aladdin, makes headlines at Curtis Club, the Savoy. Last month, Scott traveled to New York City for his show, where he appeared in scenes with Braden Bruner's Emma and Giovanni Mazza's Gio. Mark Forget reappears as the eerie Pascal. On Monday, May 4th, Mara West's Ava and Carlo Roda's Jen stop the Windemere butler from threatening Van Hansis Lucas. Thanks for watching GH Soap Opera today. For more General Hospital updates and spoilers, like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell icon. See you next time.